Hi guys, welcome to the 9th episode in our playthrough as the Egypt series. Today what we're doing this episode is declaring war on Macedon. As promised last episode, there is one thing preventing us from doing that right now, being our truce with Macedon for another 5 years. So what I'm going to do is go out and do this mission right here, the Pearl of Lower Egypt, and I'll come back once this truce has expired. Hi guys, we are back now without a truce on Macedon. You can see no Macedon here, no truces even, and it has been around 6 years considering that I did have to move some troops over because they were dealing with some barbarians. But we can now declare war on Macedon except for Rome. Rome is now truced with Macedon. I'd rather not go to war with Rome considering that their navy is also way bigger than ours, and they do have quite a few troops, although our army is a bit bigger because some disloyal troops decided to make it that way. So what we're going to do is declare war on Thrace, meaning we do need a claim, which is going to take an additional amount of time. You see, why I'm declaring war on Thrace is because if we were to declare war, once that thing goes away, I'll accept this trades. We will get war with Macedon and the people up here with only 5 cohorts. And so that's just gonna let us get war with Macedon without having to deal with Rome, because Rome is not the nation we really want to be fighting. So we'll move these troops up here and get them ready. We'll come back once again once the claim is fabricated. We now do have a claim on Thrace, or Crobosia, which is the province we happen to lay a claim on, so we can now declare war on Thrace, and that will give us a war with Macedon and Thrace, considering, but it will not give us a war with Rome. So we'll just hit OK, no repercussions, and we are now at war. You can see that is a Thrace there, although we are really just going for Macedon. We will have to go over and take whichever province Crobosia is. It's one of those. And so I'll just put all these armies on independent operations. I am starting to recruit some more troops, considering our economy is really not good because of this trade mission right here. And so we'll just put them in independent operations. You can see that we have encountered a Macedonian army that these guys will go over and deal with. But they are actually disloyal. So they just happened to move where I wanted them to move, which is nice for us. And we might want to get some more troops over in that area. It looks like some of them are going to walk over anyway, and they're just going to ignore that army. That's what they want to do. So we will move this third Stratos all the way over to here. You see, we're able to take out that army there, and maybe they'll circle back to take out these guys. And so you can see now civil war has popped up because of the head of the Macedon family, aka this person, who is being a very bad person. So we will have to make them our rival, and then plan an assassination on none other than the head of the Macedon family. Hit select, and that we do have a 46% success chance. So we are currently laying siege to Pella, and I'll just order them to stay there because we do want to lay siege to that capital. And this war is going well for us, although we are losing war score. We have taken quite a bit of land. You can see we just won one of the battles over there. So it seems like that civil war has disappeared. Maybe we just went barely below that threshold by 0.5%. And so that's great for us. You can see that we are in a battle with Thrace up there. Ideally, we get some more troops to head over to help these guys out. These guys are going to go take this fort, because I told them to. And then it looks like we are going to barely be able to win that. Although now Macedon is coming over to spoil the fun and attacking us. Although it does look like we are going to win because their morale was very low. So we are now very low in terms of troop count. And so that's why these armies need to get over there. Although they do not have a commander for some reason. And so this is just barely above the minimum amount of troops, although this is only a level 1 fort. And so you can see we're still losing that war because it looks like that's only because it looks one of the trade things that finished. Another thing finished as well. Let's do that. But it looks, because we do not control whatever province we're supposed to be controlling, Or, so we'll try and find that. See. Rosia is, if I unclick and it's the one. Looks like I made a poor choice in terms of selecting which province to lay a claim to, because it's the one all the way up there. So once we take over Macedon, which should be pretty soon, we'll have that army go lay siege to that. We will send all of our troops over and take out this area. And this army is being not a good army, so we'll send them up maybe to reinforce that siege, because we are going to need people to lay siege. It looks like these up here finished, and so these guys will go in independent operations. So this war is getting, the wars with Macedon are getting progressively easier and easier. You can see I did also fabricate claim in Macedon in case like something happened. You can see that we do now have another civil war because another person is now disloyal. And ideally, in our government, he should be, looks like he's halfway to finishing up that. You can see we just lay siege to Pella, and we can order all of these troops to go over there. Although we'll have some of them, because we don't really need all of them to all go over there at the same time. So we'll put these guys in independent operations and maybe one other army as well. So they'll all head over. Looks like we were defeated by someone. That was our really small army that was there for some reason. Looks like that was probably a army that, or one little cohort that had not been, did not get like recruited right, and was not like included in an army. And now we have these guys, and so we are going to want, if I could select this, let's give me both of them. We're going to send this army of 18,000 over here, as well as these two armies to get over here to go and, we'll fix that problem there. You see that lots of troops are mobilizing. Looks like it's this guy. They were scorned. I did not realize that. And so you can find them under the disloyal armies if there actually is, but there's none. So it looks like civil war, and then that should be fixed once this finishes, if it does manage to lay to assassinate her, which ideally it does. And so now that these armies go over and chase those guys, I'll have all of them head over here, take out that, because that's kind of the last big army of this kind of Thrace alliance. We can have these guys go over here, and then these ones will go help these people out. Though they are kind of low in morale, we should be fine. Looks like a territory is colonizable. These guys, that territory right there. So looks like we're slowly go that way. So we look like we are losing quite a bit, and so we're gonna need a lot more troops. If they can get there in time, it doesn't look like they will be able to, which is unfortunate. And so that looks like it's gonna be our first defeat of this war. You can unpause, maybe nope, we aren't gonna be able to get there, or maybe our second defeat, because we think we were defeated initially. And so you want a siege somewhere over here. That siege right there. For some reason we got a title unassigned right here. Actually, maybe the assassination was successful. Yep, it looks like the assassination was successful, which is great for us if this army could actually help out. As well as these guys, which were supposed to take out them, but just decided not to. See, we did lose more men than them, although we do have significantly more in just general. And so if those guys can really reinforce them, it looks like we might be able to win that battle. Because ideally we do. This army is just sitting here. Probably my fault. So we'll send these guys this way. You can see that it looks like some of our allies are not being the most helpful allies in the world, and are kind of ignoring this big battle right here. Looks like all the reinforcements have come, and we were able to take them out. We lost 26,000, they lost 15,000, and so that's not the best. But we did just send them packing, which is great for us. And so they are incredibly low in morale, meaning that they won't be able to regenerate, and as well as these guys. So they won't be able to regenerate any men, which is good for us, because that means that we can just head in over there and they won't have an army. These guys are, they did just lose a battle, so that is why they're not doing anything. And then we'll just let the siege do its work and that regeneration as well. And so we'll have these guys just kind of sit on imperial operations. I take some of these little tiles right here. You can see that the war score is now at 0, and we are for some reason halfway to. Oh, did they? Nope. I thought that was Phrygia for a second. So looks like we are halfway. So it's not, we're not losing anything for that or winning anything. And so, well, never mind. They do control it, and that's giving us a minus 25, essentially keeping us at just about 0 war score. Although we do occupy the entire country of, where are you guys going? The entire country of Macedon. And so, it looks like famine spreads. We'll pay for it, considering our economy is really good. And their navy is still intact, meaning that we probably don't want to transport these troops over here, although that is tempting. We might want to just quickly get the navy over here to bypass that fort so we can take some of the other forts, because that'll get the war going a lot quicker if we don't have to just lay siege to that area there. So we'll have this army be right there, as well as we'll have all of these armies all head to that exact point. And then we'll have the navy go up. This is very risky, but ideally it works. So it looks like we did win that, and there's the navy. Well then, they do have a navy, and so we are going to park these guys in a friendly fort or port somewhere over here. Looks like we'll just park them there, and then we can do that maneuver once that Macedon's navy goes away. Because if we do attack them, then what's it called? Thrace's navy will come over and it pretty much destroy us. You can see these colonizations are going well over here. Although we don't really want to go over here, because then these guys, well, they probably wouldn't declare war on us. They're not the biggest. So we will just have all of these troops kind of sit right here. We can have them spread out just a bit, because we all need them to board the ship and then head it right over there. Because we can't go past here, because we need to finish this fort first. Then they're just going to have their navy sit there. That's going to be very annoying for us. And so it looks like there's a pirate sitting right there that they could go and attack. Or they're just going to sit there and be incredibly stubborn. Okay then. So the war score is going higher, because they really can't have that. I don't think they can go any more than negative 25. So the entirety of Macedon is taken over. We just, well, except for that one guy that the Allies are taking out, all of Macedon is currently taken over by us. And looks like Rome has wisely decided that they no longer want to be allies with Macedon, and there goes the navy. So we'll try and quickly move these guys here without being caught. Looks like Magre troops are mobilizing, although they don't appear here. We really do need to fix that, so we'll do that now, actually. So they don't have quite as many jobs. They don't have enough jobs. They don't have enough jobs, and these guys have way too many jobs. And they are a really big family, though. And so one thing you can do if you ever need, well, your family to get jobs, is you can go sort by title, and then you can see everyone that is currently employed. See, this person is the general of the 5th Stratos. He's about to get fired, and because he is at 1. And so, maybe I sorted the title wrong, and there we go. You see Magre, though, we don't want to take away from that, but we will have that person. And then 5th Stratos General, you are now unemployed. Oh, that is 2nd Stratos. 5th Stratos, it said, is there multiple 5th Stratoses? Nope, it just said that that was a terrible commander, and apparently it was just lying. Maybe it was like her brother or something, because that can happen. And so we'll get all of these troops to get in that boat, and then we just won the siege. Well then, all of these troops are going to walk up. These guys will all head over there. They're all really small. It looks like these guys are definitely in need of being regenerated a bit. So we'll send these guys all the way back to our home territory, because they are really far away, meaning that they won't be able to really regenerate. So we'll send actually this entire coalition of troops all the way back. Actually, what we'll do is have these guys all unembark, and we'll have these guys, if I can highlight them, embark, and then we can transport them over there, which will be a lot faster. These guys could just hurry up. These guys didn't even get on. The ships are full. Now they can get on, and then we're going to be probably caught. We haven't been here for quite a while, and so we'll just anchor in this port, right where Macedon's army is. Macedon's navy is literally right in there, and they've disembarked some troops. Oh, how handy that we do have a army right here. Actually, never mind, that is in enemy territory, so that is why they're embarking troops there. So put these guys all in independent operations, and then they're all going to head back. So we'll have these guys lay siege to that fort. These guys are going to head up here, and then once they head up, they can't, because they need to lay siege to this fort. So most of them are going to lay siege to that fort, and these guys are just going to sit and take that land. This is being a pretty long war, and these guys are regenerating really fast, though, and you can kind of ship them all the way up here, because since Macedon's army is down here, if we can escape from them, we can get up here, and we can beat Thrace's by one ship. They may have a superior quality of ships, but we'll see. So this army cannot go past, considering that that fort apparently protects them. For our fortifications map, but yep, it protects all that land. So we'll get Alexander the Great, and then we will keep trying to finish this war. And so it looks like that army is just about regenerated. You can see now that our homeland is regenerating pretty quickly. So that our navy is heading down there, and then we will be able to get these guys all the way up there and taking out the rest. Looks like they didn't change directions. We'll head all the way up here to take these forts, because that is the end. Wait, we're no longer at war. For some reason, it looks like we had white peace, and I didn't even notice. We now have a truce from Macedon. Well then, that will be it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to be maybe trying to get another war. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.